All right, we just can't catch a break on all this rain, which I am not complaining about. So what we need to do tonight is see this hole, and if we were to look in, well, it's probably not going to come up as good because I have this open, but you can kind of see those holes over there, right in that area. So what we need to do is we need to fill those in, because any kind of hole like that, and again, sorry for the wind, any kind of holes like that lets water in. Now, I don't know for sure what we're going to do about this. We got a leak somewhere up in there, and I'm going to seal it, obviously, but we need to do some work on this corner first. So like I said, I don't know exactly what we're going to do quite yet, but we'll do something. This poor trailer, I knocked that in. Let's not worry about that right now. It will be fixed, because this can't happen. So what we're going to do first is we're going to go ahead and pull. I'm hoping that's all we got to do is pull this bottom board here. Let's pull this off and get it put up in there, and we'll see if we can see that hole and pound it out flat. So let's get this done first. So this one, it is just above the wood. I think the wood comes down to like right here, but that's fine. I put a board underneath there, and it's not perfect. You know, we're gonna be able to tell it was there, but it's gonna seal it, so I'm fine with it. And we'll try that one, and these right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna mix up some JB Weld. Let's pull this thing down. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mix up some JB Weld, and I can pull this out now. I'll mix up some JB Weld, put my gloves on, and I'm just gonna stick it underneath there, and I'm just gonna fixolate it. And I don't care what it looks like, because you're not gonna see it on this side. Same with these in here, where the blue, you can see the blue over there. Well, kind of enhance. Yeah. So just gonna put it on there. It's gonna be rough. This one, I think we're actually gonna put some on the outside after it dries really good, and try to sand it down to make it look a little bit better. But I'm telling you now, I don't think it's gonna get much better. But this will keep any water from getting inside on both of these, and that's the main goal. So let's get this done. All right, so got a bunch gooped up in there. I don't know if I can, how well it's gonna show up, but got a bunch gooped over that one. And we got on the inside those filled. So we'll let that dry. And I know the plan is we'll pull all this tape off, and it's probably gonna stick a little bit on there, barely sand it. We're gonna paint. We're not painting the whole trailer. We'll clean the trailer, and we're gonna paint all this up. We wanna try to make it look somewhat decent. But it shouldn't leak water on the inside, which is the main deal. Bonus feature. You guys ready to putt around in the old Jeep?
Yeah!
I don't know what
pointing that at me.
You guys ready?
Yeah.
Have fun?
Yes.
Everybody have fun?
Yeah.
I don't know what he ate. Boy, it's another hot one today. All right, so we got this all done. Trying to pull it out. Yeah, it's not gonna look too bad. You can see a little bit of it. Again, all this right here, most of this right here can be behind the fender. Yeah, that's gonna work perfect. Yeah. Fellers, this is just gonna be perfect. Won't leak water in. Yeah, let's look at the back door now. This one's gonna be the one I'm concerned about the most. Well, this one's, it probably didn't get anything to go through. It actually did just a little bit, didn't it? That's all right, that's perfect. That means it's gonna stick. So now, yeah, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna rough this up just a little bit. And I'm gonna get some more JB Weld and we're gonna put over the top of this right here. And it's gonna go on pretty rough, I'm sure. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna get it on there rough, and it's supposed to set up, 8 minutes. It's kind of humid, so we'll let it sit a little longer than that. Then we'll bring the water hose, or we'll sand it. We'll bring the water hose over here. We'll paint or wash this spot. And in all honesty, this whole side needs it, but we'll wash all this down really good, and we'll get some paint, some primer put on this tonight. All right, so we got this cleaned up, and down there and over here. Now it's still wet. We're gonna let it dry really good, but you can kind of see where it's swirled. We'll clean the whole trailer eventually. Right now we're just gonna paint, and we're gonna paint there, 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 and obviously there. You're still going to be able to see it, and you're going to be able to see where we painted, but oh wait, there. I think you can spray that again, right? Sun, yeah, right there. Scrub it a little bit more. Going to make that look a little bit better, but we're going to paint all that in this corner. The main thing is just to make it look a little bit better. There's still some, probably need to clean over here. I mean, look at that. So probably need to clean that and just kind of fade it in. I don't know if it's gonna rain or not, but we did primer it, and that is soap, but whatever. It looks a lot better. You can see obviously the contrast, but I am satisfied with, oh, I missed a spot. Yeah, it's all right. I'll get it. The back door. And you can still see it if you get close. But I'll tell you, for a big old hole, that turned out pretty good. And again, this is flat black because it's primer. And it's not going to look perfect. I guarantee y'all, right, meow. But no, I don't think it turned out too bad. Here's that spot where it's all scratched up. All right, well, let's continue on this thing today. So the plan is we're going to put this screws back in this right here, and probably put that board back on here, and put more screws in it, and actually fix all these right here. Yeah, I'm gonna put on time lapse for this. We're gonna try to straighten out some of this stuff down here, and because we're gonna have a plate that goes around that. I don't know if we're gonna get the base plate put on here today or not. It's not a huge deal. It'd be nice to, because I'd like to get it on there and get the fender put on this side. That's my goal, but we'll see. Let's get this corner put back together, and we'll go from there. Like I said, I don't know what all we're gonna do, because we got new trim to go around here, but I still gotta take that, I'll quit that off. So we might be able to get this done with that board put back on. I'll put you on time lapse. All right, so we got that board put back on. New screws. Any place that was missing a screw, put new screws in it. So same thing in the back. Now I'm going to do some more. I'm pretty sure that focus. Pretty sure it's missing over there. Got this one on here. That stuff is supposed to dry clear, but I'm starting to wonder. Of course, it hasn't been on that long. I got the vent put on there. Got these put in. All right, and there's the first piece. I put silicone behind it. Those are drilled in there. They're tight. They are tight. Still got a little bit of wave to it, but it's aluminum. But the silicone behind it ought to keep everything from coming inside. The next piece is gonna have to be trimmed for this right here. I am just hoping that's going to fit up behind this base plate here. But of course, worst case scenario, I take that base plate out, put the strap in, then put that base plate back in there. But I mean, she's in rough condition, but you got to stop somewhere. You know what I mean? You got to stop somewhere. And I think that's probably where we're stopping. We're not going to replace the door frame. The only thing left over here I'm going to do is I'm going to weld a little tab on this right here to catch the latch here. And as you can kind of see, the screw hole here and the screw hole there that used to be a plate there. Where it's at, no telling. I've looked for it. It is long gone. But either way, let's go back to finishing this. So we got this panel, fender secured, and this panel put on. Yeah, I know this is still on there. Still got to put the fender light on it. And still got to pull these off to grease the wheel bearings. As you can tell, there's a gap there. I don't know. Obviously, it's my measurements that weren't right, but there should be enough from the other side from this strap right here that goes on this side to fill that gap in, and we'll do it that way. But I can't do anything on this side until that panel comes in, because the fender overlaps that gap, the strap. So it's pretty annoying, but whatever. I'll call him again tomorrow. The plan is to get all this fixed, both sides. I'm not fixing the dents in it, just not going to happen, but I'll do what I can to fix all that. Also, we'll get the trim that goes around the door, and then I think I'm getting a strap that'll go from there to there for that. Get the panel on the inside put back together, finish this right there. We'll see what's going to do here, and trying to think what else we're going to do. Grease these bearings on this side, so maybe it'll be done. So when that panel comes in, I can get after it. Because, oh yeah, and the seal. Got to put the seal on this. Got a new seal for it, because I'm ready to be done with this thing. But anyways, so that's it for right now. When we come back, we'll be working on all this stuff, figuring out how we're gonna make it work. I'll figure it out.